serving the Republic of the Philippines for more than 75 years. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day. This is Dateline Malacañang. Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday departed for Hanoi for a 2-day state visit to Vietnam. In his departure speech, the president said his visit to Vietnam will not only further strengthen the bilateral ties of both countries, but also strengthen maritime cooperation, trade, and investment. President Marcos Jr. is scheduled to meet with President Vo Van Thong, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh, and Chairman of the National Assembly Vuong Dinh Hue. The chief executive will also have an opportunity to meet the Filipino community there. Formal diplomatic relations between the Philippines and Vietnam span over 47 years since its formal establishment on July 12, 1976, while the two countries elevated their relations to a strategic partnership in 2015. Vietnam is home to to 7,000 overseas Filipino workers or OFWs. Let's listen to the departure speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
I will be embarking on a state visit to Vietnam upon the gracious invitation of His Excellency Vo Van Thong, President of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. It is important to undertake my first state visit of the year to Vietnam, a fellow ASEAN member and our only strategic partner in the ASEAN region, to reaffirm our commitment in further strengthening bilateral relations. During my visit, I shall meet with the President of Vietnam, Vo Van Thong, the Prime Minister of Vietnam, Pham Minh Chinh, and the Chairman of the National Assembly of Vietnam, Vuong Dinh Hue. And maritime cooperation will be one of the cornerstones of the strategic partnership which we are going to forge, and that we hope to strengthen this aspect during my visit to promote peace and stability in our region. I will also discuss cooperation in defense and security, trade and investments, education, tourism, as well as regional and multilateral issues of concern. I will also meet with the business sector to explore how we can further strengthen trade and investments between the Philippines and Vietnam. I strongly believe that we have a vast array of opportunities, especially in a post-pandemic world. I am looking forward to meeting with also our kababayans in Vietnam, as is our custom, most of whom have significantly contributed to the social tapestry of Vietnam in the same fashion as the Vietnamese community here in the Philippines has contributed to the tapestry of our society. Approximately 7,000 Filipinos are working and residing all over Vietnam and have had a hand in improving our image abroad. Most of them are professionals, including teachers who have been shaping the minds of future generations. I hope that they will be able to continue to exhibit the best of Filipino values, and that the state visit will result in lasting opportunities for them and for our country. I'm confident that this state visit will bring our relations with Vietnam to greater heights. Nearly 50 years have passed since we established relations with Vietnam, and I believe that we will usher in a new era of friendship and cooperation between our two countries.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Meanwhile, The Presidential Communications Office, or PCO, said that Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. arrived in Vietnam on Monday afternoon. The President is accompanied by First Lady Luis Liza Araneta Marcos and the Philippine delegation. The plane carrying President Marcos and the First Lady arrived at around 3:05 in the afternoon Vietnam time at the Noi Bai International Airport, where they were warmly welcomed by the Vietnamese officials. President Marcos Jr. then visited the Vingroup company, who is bringing its electric vehicles or EVs and battery manufacturing facility to the Philippines. Vingroup is Vietnam's largest private company with a total market cap amounting to 21.1 billion US dollars as of April 2023 through its subsidiary VinFast, which has a valuation at 15 billion US dollars. VinFast plans to sell and launch its EVs in the Philippines through dealership business by April 2024. The company expressed interest to engage in the manufacture or assembly of completely knocked down or CKD EVs, depending on the outcome of its market tests. President Marcos told Vingroup executives, led by Chairman Pham Nhat Vong and Vice Chair Nguyen Viet Quang, that right now the specification to those vehicles is being finalized and the government is consolidating the operators and drivers into cooperatives. After the meeting, the chief executive and the Philippine delegation met with the Filipino community to personally thank them for their contributions to strengthen the connections between the Philippines and Vietnam, which serves as a home to some 7,003 overseas Filipino workers or OFWs. In his speech, President Marcos Jr. said that Vietnam remains an important rice trade partner, is hoping to achieve self-rice sufficiency in the near future. The Philippine president said that until that day comes, the country is making a trade agreement with Vietnam in order to guarantee its rice supply. Let's listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during his meeting with the Filipino community in Vietnam.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo na ngayong gabi na ito. Alam ko na marami sa inyo, malayo pa ang pinanggalingan at lumiban pa sa inyong mga trabaho upang makasama natin sa araw na ito. Lubos ang aking pasasalamat sa inyong malugod na pagsalubong at pagsuporta sa atin. Kaya sinigurado ko na ang Filipino community ang una kong makasama dito sa pagbisita ngayon sa Vietnam. Andito tayo sa Vietnam para sa isang state visit. Ang Vietnam ay isa sa pinakamahalagang bansa na kaagapay natin dito sa Timog Silangan Asya at natatanging strategic partner ng Pilipinas sa ASEAN. Katulad ng Pilipinas, ang Vietnam ay isa sa mga mabilis na umuusbong na ekonomiya sa ating rehiyon. Nandito tayo upang mas lalong patibayin at palakasin ang pagtutulungan natin para sa ikabubuti ng ating dalawang bansa. Marami ang maaaring maitulong ng Vietnam sa paglago at pagyaman ng ating ekonomiya. We are happy that Vietnam's economy continues to grow and provide a positive impact to the ASEAN region. Ang kanilang masiglang ekonomiya at industriya ay katuwang ng Pilipinas sa pag-unlad ng pamamagitan ng ating active and sustainable partnership on trade and investment. Ang pinakamalaki lagi nating inaasahan pagka tayo ay nagkukulang ng bigas sa Pilipinas ay ang linalapitan natin lagi ang Vietnam. Ngayon, pinapatibay na natin, sana yung produksyon natin ay dahan-dahang aakyat, o wag na dahan-dahang maaakyat agad. Ngunit, hanggat dumating yung araw na yon, ay ganun, gumagawa tayo ng mga trade agreement sa kasamang Vietnam para matiyak naman na meron tayong supply sa Pilipinas. I am proud to note also that there are several notable Filipino brands that have established their presence here in the Vietnamese market for a few years now. Some of them have been here since the mid-90s. I know they have been providing quality products and reliable service to Vietnamese consumers. Ang aking pagbisita ngayon sa Vietnam ay isang magandang pagkakataon para makahanap pa ng mas maraming investment dito sa bansa, mapanatili ang ating magandang relasyon pangkomersyo at mapagigting ang ating pakikipag-ugnayan na politikal, seguridad sa bahaging ito sa Timog Silangang Asya. Isang patunay na malapit na ugnayan ng ating dalawang bansa ay ang tinatawag nating people-to-people connections. At kayo, ang mga Pilipino na nandito sa Vietnam, ang patunay kung gaano kalapit ang ating mga bansa. Noong dekada 90, marami tayong mga professional na nakipagsapalaran dito sa Vietnam at tumulong sa kanilang pagbangon sa ilalim ng programang Doi Moi, yung pronounce Doi Moi. Kasama ang ating mga ininyero sa mga tumulong sa pagtataguyod ng infrastruktura dito sa bansang ito. Yung iba sa inyo ay tuluyan ng naninirahan dito. Kahit saan sulok ng mundo na mapuntahan ko, ang mga nakakausap kong mga hari, pangulo, mga punong ministro, lahat sinasabi sa akin na magaling, masisipag at maaasahan ang mga Pilipino. Hindi ako magugulat kung sa mga susunod na araw ay maririnig ko muli ang paghahanga ng ating mga kasamahan dito sa Vietnam sa ating mga kababayan. Kaya ako'y lubos na nagpapasalamat sa inyong lahat dahil napapadali ang aking trabaho dahil sa magandang reputasyon na itinaguyod nyo sa pamamagitan ng inyong sipag at tiyaga dito sa Vietnam. Siyempre, hindi natin nakakalimutan ang patuloy na pagsuporta sa ating bansa ng mga overseas Filipino dito sa Vietnam. Ito ay sa pamamagitan sa inyong patuloy na pagpupursige at pagpapadala ng pera sa inyong mga pamilya sa Pilipinas. At ang mga remittances na ito ay hindi lamang nakakatulong sa inyong pamilya, barangay o bayan. Tulong na rin po ito sa ating buong bansa. Bilang pasasalamat, ako at ang ating kasamahan dito sa kabinete ay magpupursiging iahon ang ating bayan mula sa kahirapan na naranasan natin sa panahon ng pandemya. Masasabi ko sa inyo na lumalakas na ang ating ekonomiya ngayon. In 2022, our gross domestic product, which is the size of the economy, increased by 7.6%, well above our target of 6.5%. The third quarter of last year, our GDP increased by 5.9%. It was spurred on by the robust domestic consumption, by the continued expansion of our industry and service sectors. Your government will continue to strive for a better future for every Filipino. We know of your sacrifices and the hardships that you have been through. We are one with you in achieving your aspirations for a better future for your children, your loved ones, your communities, and your country. Batid natin na sa araw-araw na paggising natin, iisa ang ating pangarap para sa ating mga mahal sa buhay at para sa ating bayang sinilangan. Ang mabuhay ng may dangal, may kapayapaan, at may kasaganahan. Kaparte ko sa inyong mga pagsisikap at dama ko ang inyong malasakit sa ating kapwa Pilipino. Nakikipag-alyansa tayo sa mga bansa gaya ng Vietnam upang maabot natin ang mga pangarap na ito sa pamamagitan ng mahusay na pakikipag-ugnayan sa larangan ng seguridad, kalakalan at ekonomiya. Magtiwala kayo na patuloy na sumusuporta sa ating pamahalaan sapagkat ang pangarap ninyo ay pangarap ko rin. Kaya't maraming salamat sa inyong sakripisyo na nagpapasikat sa ating bansa. Hindi lamang sa pamamagitan ng mga remittance na naging napakalaking bahagi na ng ating ekonomiya, kung hindi sa inyong pagpaganda ng reputasyon at ng pangalan ng Pilipinas sa buong mundo. sikat na tayo at kinikilala na maaasahan, na hindi na kailangan masyadong pagsabihan at alam na ang ginagawa. Doon nga sa ibang lugar, ang biro sa Pilipino, yan yung mga Pinoy, the king and queen of overtime. Dahil lahat ng overtime kinukuha ng mga Pinoy. Dahil dyan, ay gumanda talaga ang reputasyon natin. Hindi lang bilang mababait na tao, hindi lamang dahil magagaling kumanta at sumayaw, kung hindi magaling na magtrabaho at tapat sa kanilang ginagawa, sa kanyang ginagawa. Ngunit hindi kinakalimutan ang bayang sinilangan, hindi kinakalimutan ang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat sa inyo at sama-sama tayo sa pagsulong ng Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang lahing Pilipino, mabuhay kayong lahat.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin on Monday said that the Philippine National Police, or PNP, has become more resilient and agile in overcoming challenges due to its unswerving commitment to serve the country. In his speech during the 33rd PNP Foundation Day held at Camp Crame in Quezon City, the Executive Secretary lauded the PNP's uniformed and non-uniformed members for their professionalism and commitment to duty. Bersamin said the PNP has made remarkable strides in the containment of criminality through the implementation of the 5-Focus Agenda under the leadership of PNP Chief General Benjamin Acorda Jr., who wants anti-criminality, internal cleansing, transformational leadership, institutional capability development, and community engagement prioritized. Acorda urged police and enlisted personnel to honor the countless officers of the force whose blood, sweat, and tears nurtured the PNP's foundation. The PNP chief said their sacrifices are etched in the chronicles of history, and their memories will be the driving force behind the commitment to serve.
Dateline Malacañang.
A total of 800 Filipino deportees arrived in Zamboanga City on Monday aboard MV Antonia of the Allison Shipping Lines. This is the second batch of Filipino deportees from Sabah following the Malaysian Immigration Authority's crackdown on illegal migrants in their country. The deportation activities intensified after the legal dispute between Malaysia and the heirs of the Sultanate of Sulu since 2019. According to Department of Social Welfare and Development Region 9, or DSWD 9 spokesperson Ivan Eric Salvador, among the 800 deportees, 97 are underage. Salvador said the deportees are currently housed at the Processing Center for Displaced Persons, one of the facilities at DSWD 9 located at the town of Mampang in Zamboanga City, while they are undergoing profiling. The initial profiling revealed that the deportees were jailed at Kota Kinabalu and Sandakan before they were sent home to the Philippines by the Malaysian government. Most of the deportees are from Mindanao, while the rest are from the eastern and central Visayas region.
Dateline Malacañang.
An Octa Research Group survey showed that almost half of Filipino adults expect quality of life to improve in the next 6 months. According to the Tugon ng Masa survey, 49% of the respondents are optimistic that their quality of life will improve over the next 6 months, up by 15 percentage points from 34% recorded in October of 2023. The poll, which was conducted from the 10th to the 14th of December 2023, also showed that 45% of the respondents said that their quality of life will stay the same, and only 4% expect it to worsen in the next 6 months. The number of those who expect their lives to worsen went down by 3 percentage points from 7% in October of 2023. Visayas registered the highest percentage of Filipinos who think that their quality of life will improve in the next 6 months at 58%, while Mindanao recorded the lowest at 40%. In the same survey, 38% of Filipino adults believe that the Philippine economy will improve over the next 6 months, while 51% said the economy will remain the same and 8% believe that it will worsen. Visayas remains to be the most optimistic as it registered the highest rating of 53%, while the lowest is in Balanced Luzon at 30%. The survey had 1,200 respondents and a plus-3% margin of error with a 95% confidence level.
Dateline Malacañang.
And finally, the head of the Manila Economic and Cultural Office, or MECO, said that Taiwan has started training overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs, and students on organic farming amid the Philippine government's plan to boost local agricultural production in the country. MECO Chairman Silvestre Bello III said the free training covers modern organic farming that can be used as an alternative livelihood that has the potential for agribusiness. Bello said the 9 Filipino immigrants and students, as well as the 15 OFWs, will be able to use the skills in modern organic farming once they return home to the country. He added that the endeavor will hopefully contribute to increasing the domestic food production and improve the lives of OFWs, immigrants, and students once they are back in the country. The first batch of trainees, Bello said, underwent a 2-day experiential training in a farm in Kaohsiung City. The training provided immersive and hands-on experience in agri-technologies, agri-education, and agri-entrepreneurship. The training program is a joint undertaking of the MECO Kaohsiung Extension Office and the Migrant Workers Office in partnership with Kaohsiung-based AgriGaya Social Enterprise International Limited.
Dateline Malacañang.
Before we conclude our program, we would like to invite everyone to come and visit our Facebook page at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. You will be able to hear and view our Filipino and English programs, including news updates here in the Philippines. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our posts as well. And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day and stay safe.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.